Hi everyone, David here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back for another video, or welcome if it's your first time. Thanks for joining us. It's a good time to start because today I'm kicking off one of my big new series. Well, not that big, probably going to be like 7 or 8 videos this year. I'm talking about perfume again. Recently I don't think people are watching my videos, so I thought I'll just do what I want to do. And I've been thinking about this for a while because as you know, if you're a perfume fan, they've gone into cold sleep, which is their name for a hiatus, to have kind of normal human lives for a little while. It does seem like they're going to come back, so I'm not too worried about it, but I thought I'm going to use that time to become a better fan, because, I don't know, it's a bit of imposter syndrome, I suppose, because I started liking Perfume with about 2012, which is kind of a little while after their breakthrough, and some might say after their kind of commercial peak as well. So I've kind of been approaching Perfume's back catalogue from like the middle and working outwards, which is not a great way of kind of understanding how their sound changed over the years. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to look kind of each era as we go along and look at the albums, all the other stuff they've got produced, singles and B-sides and concerts and everything. And yeah, see where we get to, see if I learn something new about them. Hopefully I will. I'm also going to take a quick look at Capsule, which is like a duo led by the producer of Perfume, who've made basically all of the music, Yasutaka Nakata. I'm going to take a look at his albums too. I'm not going to go in such deep detail because there's a lot of them and I don't have that much to say. So there we go. I'm going to start today's part 1. We're going to look at the pre-breakthrough era up to 2006. I've got my notes over here. I'm going to show you my little PowerPoint space. So I hope you like this video. Please like the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment or a question. What's your favourite song from this era? And share it to any Perfume fans out there. I know there's a big community out there, especially internationally. So I'd love to spread the word and have a bit of a chat with people. I want to make some friends as well, Perfume fans all over the world. We need each other because there's no music at the moment. So I'm going to get into my PowerPoint space now. So let's take a look first at their debut single. So I'm going to go through each of the singles. There's not really much of an album to tie all this together, so this part's a bit of a unique one, I think. I'm going to just go through all the singles one by one, and then all the tie-up stuff, the collections at the end. So first of all, we've got Omajinai Perori, which means like swallowing a lucky charm. I'm not really sure why that's. But that's their debut single when they were living in Hiroshima back in 2002. And just the one song. These indie singles don't really have a lot of B-sides. You don't have money really to make a lot of B-sides. It's very cute. It's kind of the image you have of a young idol group. So I guess they were about, I think about 15 at this point. As you know, you can see the branding's not really there yet. Perfume is written in hiragana, which will change fairly soon. But it's a cute song, yeah, I like this one. Definitely check this out if you've never heard it before, because it's a bit more, I don't know, focus on their vocals more than the production, I think so. That's a bit unique compared to what's coming along the pipe. Along the pike, what's the phrase? I forgot. After that we get another indie single, Karashi Boshu Chu, Looking for a Boyfriend, also 2002. This is kind of fun actually. It starts with a kind of like an enka sounding start, like a very dramatic sort of 50s intro. And it's kind of very fun as well. It's got like humour in it too. It's more sort of performance and enjoyment rather than production values. But it's still, yeah, well put together song. It's kind of fun. You can see this cover art as well. You never see stuff like this now. Okay, now, important changing point now. They moved to Tokyo at this point and signed to a different label, Bee-Hive Records, which I believe is under the same management. But and also we get the first collaboration with Yasutaka Nakata, who is going to be their producer for the rest of their career, basically, at least up to this point. So we get Sweet Donuts is our next single, and you can definitely hear the Perfume sound coming in. I think early Perfume has got their very unique, more kind of poppy, well, I mean, they've always been poppy, but more kind of bouncy, fun, carefree kind of sounds. So Sweet Donuts definitely like that. Sweet Donuts are like a little snack you can get. They are donuts, but they're like little tiny donuts. little sugar donuts. So check those out too. Still haven't made their breakthrough yet, but we do get some B-sides. We get, apart from the sweet donuts, which is, it's got a nice sort of happy, high tempo bounce to it. I like that. Sweet Secret Message is the B-side. That's a little bit shrill, but it's also fun. It's kind of a little bit obnoxious in a fun way, so I like that. And Jenny wa Gokigen Naname. This is actually a cover of a 1980s song. Yeah, another kind of keeping the same vibe. It's sort of a bit playful and fun. So they're kind of keeping their idol, young idol group aesthetic from Hiroshima. But that didn't get on the chart, sadly. So we pushed on to Monochrome Effect. I've actually seen people performing this on the TV show on YouTube. So take a look at that if you want to see some of their older performances. We did make the Oricon charts this time. We're not quite in the top 100, but yeah, 2004 brought a bit of progress. Monochrome Effect, it's a bit more of a mid-tempo one. It's got a nice, I mean, Nakata always has this sort of techno machine-like kind of pulsing rhythm to a lot of his music. So you can definitely see it here. Lots of beeps and bloops, which is kind of fun. Almost like kind of chiptune kind of song. I don't really know much about chiptune. Chiptune. I don't know what to say. But you can hear it more in this single than the other ones. And you can see like they've got their branding already. That Perfume font is going to get used for forever. I think. I don't know. I'm just wearing my Perfume t-shirt. It doesn't have it on there on this one. We've got Elevator, which was one of my early favourites. Again, it's got a kind of a hypnotic poppy rhythm. That sounds very sort of chiptune as well, so I enjoyed that one. And it helped me learn the vocabulary for when the elevator's going up and down in Japan, because they talk to you in Japan. Then Oishi Recipe. Yeah, and again, we're kind of in sort of fun throwaway idol mode at this point. I think that's probably a callback to their earlier stuff to kind of keep fans on board. But that was fun. Next we've got Vitamin Drop, which is their third kind of indie single through Bee-Hive. Vitamin Drop, yeah, it's kind of, it lands in the middle for me. It doesn't really have so much of a I don't know, a power behind it as the other ones do, but it's still kind of a fun track. Indyoku as well, it's got kind of a bit of a weird minor key, I don't know, it's a bit of a strange pop song. They've got very high-pitched voices as well, so yeah, listen for that one, it's a bit unusual. I'm not really making a lot of progress on the Oricon charts. We're still in the 110s. Apparently this is the point where they were considering whether to call it a day and wrap it up, because they'd had 3 singles in Tokyo and not really made it yet. But somehow they decided to keep going. I think Yasutaka Nakata had a bit of a push in this. He just decided to take things in a bit of a different direction. But before that, we do have a kind of odd song in their catalogue, which is almost kind of a lost one. This is Akihaba Love, which is a collaboration with DJ Momoi back in 2005. So before they really sort of redid their sound a bit, they had this kind of weird duet. There is a video online which is very low budget, and they're just doing their little performance in a white room, which is, I'd never heard of this before I did this deep dive, so yeah, look out for that one. But that's not the way to move forward. Finally in 2005 they get Linear Motor Girl, which suddenly sort of, I don't know, I feel like they really gave Yasutaka Nakata the reins now, and we're moving in more of a Capsule direction. I'll talk about Capsule afterwards, but Capsule likes, or Nakata likes, this kind of theme of technology and futurism and yeah, digital worlds and things like that, artificiality. So Linear Motor Girl definitely falls into that. Just look at the cover art, for example. It's not the little funny idol group anymore. It's the like robot girls from the future. So we get Linear Motor Girl, which is a kind of fun one. Again, it's got a nice sort of beat to it. I can't say I really love this one so much. It's a good song. I don't really dislike any of the songs on this list, but yeah, their dance routine for some reason has Achan driving a car, which is a bit strange because a linear motor car is a type of train, but it's nitpicking there. Foundation, yeah, I didn't really get into this one. It's fine. It's just kind of a background music capsule song. And Computer Driving, I actually like this one quite a lot. I think this is probably better than Linear Motor Girl, so check out the B-sides. Don't worry, you don't have to check out B-sides of singles that much. There's going to be a collection in a moment you can use. That's got a bit more of a poppy sound to it, more of a structure, I think. So there we go, we made the top 100 for the first time, only just, 99. So that takes us through 2005. And up now in 2006 we get to Computer City. Again, we've got a lot of computer sounding titles. This made a lot more progress. We're getting to the top 50 now, top number 45. Oh, so I didn't really say, they'd signed up to Tokuma Japan by this point. So this is Linear Motor Girl onwards was kind of like a major label taking them on. So that's where the change in direction finally started. So Computer City, again, it's kind of a, I don't want to say it's generic because I don't really know a lot of artists that sound like Perfume, so they've got the genre all of their own, but it's a fairly standard Perfume kind of bop song anyway. So it's fun though. It's a kind of a teaser of what's coming though. And also we get a B-side called Perfume, which is, I don't know, how many groups have a title track that's their own band name? I don't know. But yeah, that's really fun. That's got a nice, it kind of reminds me of when you get the superstars in Mario. It's got a very high tempo, high energy. So it's kind of a fun thing. They don't really use it that much. I thought it would be tempting for them to use this as their like theme song for their group. I don't know if it's because it's on the older label or not, but I don't think so. But they don't really use it as a theme, at least. But it's very fun. And then of course, after that we get Electro World, which is probably the most famous of their like pre-breakthrough singles. Although that doesn't quite get reflected in the chart position, only made 77. Apparently at this point again they were considering wrapping it up because they weren't really making enough progress for a major label. So 2006 we get Electro World, fantastic banger. The video is amazing, it's very kind of technological, futuristic, cyber world kind of thing. This is one of my favourite songs, definitely by them. This gets used all the time in their concerts as well. It's really like a big crowd pleaser from their early days. I think if one song represents their pre-breakthrough stuff, then it's this. Although I don't think it necessarily represents their pre-breakthrough sound that much, apart from the, I guess it represents the Tokuma era, but there we go. We also get Wonder 2, which I think a lot of fans like, but I've never really quite got onto, but it's kind of like a mid-tempo, kind of pulsing, slower song. It's very kind of ethereal and airy and cute. But yeah, they've used this a few times to close the concerts, I think. I think they closed the Plasma tour with this one. But yeah, that was fine. So there we go. I think that's their last single until their big breakthrough. They were just on the edge of. There's two stories here. Could they break up, or are they gonna continue? Luckily, it doesn't end up like that. And the push for the new album, then the first single from that one is going to tell a different story. I'm not going to tell you about that yet. We're going to have to wait for the next part. But to wrap up that era, we've got the Complete Best album, which picks up basically every song, B-sides and singles from their Tokyo era. The first two singles don't get included in this, and the B-sides, I think, from the first 2 or 3 singles don't get included, but they'll pop up in a moment. So you get pretty much everything. We get a new song as well, Perfect Star, Perfect Style, which I never really remembered that much, but I've really got into it recently, and it's kind of I don't know, it's got a nice ups and downs. It feels a lot more, I mean, the production's getting more and more elaborate and more kind of fine-tuned, I guess. Nakata's really finding his electro sound here. So it's got a nice, yeah, there's got layers to it, which I think was really polished and interesting, so I like that song. I don't think there's any other new songs on there too. But we made a splash on the album chart finally, number 24, which is not a bad go. So there we go. This is the turning point. Are we going to continue or give up at this point? We've got a few little odds and ends to tie up as well. 2007 saw a box set which kind of tied in with a live concert that was performed at the end of 2006. You can see this performance. So if you search for fan service bitter on YouTube, you can see a kind of 80-minute live DVD rip. I think I don't think it's going to get taken down yet. It's like 3 years ago. So yeah, this did pretty well. This was a good box set of all of their performance stuff as well. It's like a CD DVD box set. So this charted at number 3 on the DVD chart. I don't know how competitive that is, maybe not so much. It did get a re-release in 2008. We'll see that in a moment as well. The normal edition, which fits together with some other things. Yeah, this is a nice way to summarize things. We get also a few things that we haven't seen yet in the released media. So we've got Super Jet Shoes, which I think is another cover which they've performed quite a lot live in their early days. We get Twinkle Snow Powdery Snow as well, which is was going to actually turn out to be a single. What was it? A single? It was from Game anyway, their next major studio album. So that's a bit of a preview of that one too. I think all the other ones are ones we've talked about already. Let's talk about that medley, the 7th one. That includes Omajinai Perori, a little tiny intro only, Vitamin Drop. Then we've got 2 songs that have never been, one song that's never been released and one that's ended up with a second life a bit later on. So we've got Imitation World, which I believe is going to be a B-side later on in, I think one of the Cosmic Explorer singles. I think we'll talk about that when it comes to it. That's a pretty good one, but I won't talk about that yet. And Counter Attraction, which is a bit of kind of more of a darker electro sound. Again, they performed that live during the kind of mid 2000s, but that never actually got a release, so it's a bit of a lost song. We got Kereshi Boshuchu and Keniwa Gokigen Naname as well from the earlier stuff. And then Omajinai Perori outro to round off the medley. Definitely check that one out. It's a fun medley, and you get to see those lost songs as well. So there we go. Let's move on. Let's move on then. So I told you that normal edition got released in 2008. We also got a fan service Prima box, which is a CD DVD box set of their earlier singles. So this is the early Bee-Hive. It was a Bee-Hive single. So we've got Sweet Donuts, Monochrome Effect, and Vitamin Drop. So those missing songs, the missing B-sides that didn't end up on Complete Best, they're on here because they're single re-releases. And it's kind of cute. The box has enough space to fit in the fan service bitter normal edition, so it makes a nice little set of everything together. So that's a really cute way of tying up the whole thing, really. I feel bad for the first 2 indie singles. They don't really get a look in, but never mind. That made it onto the album chart number 9 actually. So this is the first top 10 album as well. So good job for them. So I think that's where we are now. So let's take a look on Capsule's side now. As I told you, Capsule, Yasutaka Nakata is the producer, and together with Koshijima Toshiko, they form Capsule. They've been a fairly prolific group for like the early 2000s. So I've been trying to catch up with them. There's a lot to get through, trying to keep it on the same timeline as Perfume. So we've kind of got 3 eras. We've got High Collar Girl, Cutie Cinema Replay, and Phony Phonic, which shows more of the loungy, kind of retro modern, like bossa nova sound as well. It's a lot of things. There's a bit of French influence in there too, because you get some little French language bits and bobs. So that's interesting. I wouldn't say there's like standout songs for me. Maybe I need to listen to it a bit more, but it's definitely a good. It's more about vibes than like pop songs for sure. And you can see him gradually working his way up the Oricon charts. After that, we get SF Sound Furniture and Nexus 2060. They're starting to feel, it's kind of the same sound. It's a bit of a bridge to the future. You're getting more sci-fi concepts in there. It's sort of, I don't know, retro futurism, let's say, is that a thing? So he's kind of finding his way into this mind space of artificial world and plastic and imitations and things like that. So you can see the seeds of the topics that Perfume is singing about in this stuff too. So it's not quite there, but it's you can see it moving in that direction. Again, the albums are doing a little bit better. We're reaching like the top 40 or around there. And then finally, we've got two more albums, LDK Lounge Designer's Killer and Fruit Clipper. We're really seeing him making some progress now. You can see this alongside the Perfume Tokuma era. LDK's to some extent, you can feel a bit more electro coming in, but Fruit's Clipper is really where he's putting his foot down. You can see that that Perfume sound. The smell of perfume is in the air, at least. So this is around the same time as Electro World. You can really hear that kind of harder techno pop sound coming in, which is very exciting. There's a couple of songs in there. I think this is the first one where there are like breakout songs that I'm excited about. So definitely look out for Fruit's Clipper if you're more interested in the pre-Perfume sound. And you can see it's making some progress on the charts too, number 19. And you'll see this sound fully crystallize in the first Perfume album, which is Game, which is coming up soon. So I'm going to keep an eye on Capsule Corner. There's just a lot to get through. I'm going to talk about Kylie Pammy Pammy at some point as well, but that's not until about 2012 when she comes through. So here's my top 5 from this era. We've got that Perfume, really bouncy, high energy track, which is really cute and Super Mario sounding. I'll take my hand. We've got Sweet Donuts, very cute, and it's got that nice sort of chip tune sound. Why do I keep saying chip tune? I'm not sure. Monochrome Effect, a very cute pop song. It's really kind of indicative of their early idol period. But these are both from the Tokyo era, at least. Then we've got the more modern Perfect Style from Complete Best. Again, a really polished product. You can feel the like later Perfume stuff showing through. And of course, it could be anything else. Electro World's my pick of the pops this time. I love this song so much. It's one of my all-time Perfume bangers, and I won't hear any different from anyone else. But please, I want to know what your top 5 is. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to not argue. I want to discuss with you. I think people have got different interests, so I'm not starting any fights with anybody. So there we go. I'm going to finish there. Hope that was a deep enough dive for you. I didn't want to talk for hours and hours. But next part we're going to do is the Breakthrough era, which is 2007 to 2009. And we're going to cover 2 albums, Game and Triangle, as well as their singles, their B-sides, their tours, and everything else I can get to grips with. And also the capsule stuff from that era too. So I'm expecting to do that. I want to do these videos about once every 2 months, because I know it's a bit of a limited interest. So I need some time to listen to these songs as well. I want to really have a good listen. So I'm expecting that in April, probably this year. So I hope you like that. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave a super like if you really liked it. That will help me build this channel even more. I've never made any money from this channel. Subscribe to the channel if you love it. I hope you're interested in this series at least. I've got other Perfume videos too, so please check out the playlist of those. Also leave a comment or a question. What did you think about these eras? Also share this channel with any Perfume fans out there. That will help me a lot. Just kind of signal boost to anyone you know. And that's it. So thank you for watching and take care, and see you in another video. Bye bye.